Chris, 3-0 defeat down here at Southampton today. First of all, assess your team's performance.
Had a structure and the solidity behind us for the first 30-35 minutes. They're a good side. They're a good side in full flow, full of confidence, full of belief against a team that's having a struggle on a lot of fronts. But we stuck in there. We stayed in the game for the first 30-35 minutes. And then, you know, the catalogue of soft goals continues in terms of the goal that we conceded. I think, you know, it's a major boost for us to get to half time in the game. We've missed the best chance as well, in my opinion, and that would have even given us more belief and more confidence. And yet again, having to change an approach, change the shape of the team. And I believe that first 10 or 15 minutes that allowed us to get up the pitch a little bit more, allowed us to put a little bit more pressure on their full-backs. And I thought we started the second half, you know, on the front foot. And then obviously the game gets taken away from us by another poor goal. You can say obviously deflection. Aaron really can't do anything about it. And then from then on, Adam, you caught in between. You caught in between against a team that's full of confidence and in the position that they are and the way they're playing. We've had that feeling before, so I understand that feeling. And obviously we've got the other feeling that Ralph and his team had previous to that good run.
I mean, at the end of the game, do you just reflect today and say you were beaten by the better team in the end?
I said that to their players afterwards. You know, I respect the league, I respect the competition, I respect a good side, and they are a good side. And they've got some good players that are all playing at the top of the game, and you could see that. They were bright, they were confident, they anticipated better than us, they reacted better than us. When there was a first ball to be won, if we won it, they dropped on a second ball, and that's just speed of thought and a mind process and a thought process that comes when you have a belief and confidence in what you're doing. When you don't, you get caught in between, and there's hesitation and there's doubt, and you can see it today. You know, when the second went in, there's hesitation and doubt. Do we go and press? Do we go and sit off? You want to go and press to try and get back in the game, and then you get picked off by good players. And obviously the third goal's a great goal for them, but a poor one from us. It's a give and go around the edge of the box, and obviously it's a great finish and game, set and match.
What's been said in the dressing room about the first goal that you conceded today? It appeared that it looked like it was going to be an easy one for Aaron to take.
Yeah, well, one or the other should have. You know, yet again, it's. I think you look through the catalogue of goals that we've conceded this season, and if there's one mistake, there isn't a second mistake or a third mistake, and that was another one. You know, if there's one mistake where it should have been dealt with, the second wasn't dealt with, the third wasn't dealt with, and it really is a ridiculously poor goal to give away. You can't afford, when you're not having a good spell or a good run of form or a good run of games, you can't afford to give away ridiculously poor goals. So you look at both the goals that we've conceded. You know, the 90th minute one, it's a ridiculously poor goal to give away. They've not had to work hard for it. The first one, a ridiculously poor goal to give away. And that's the doubt, and that's the lack of confidence that some, if not majority of players, are showing in their play. That would have got cleared up comfortably, and one mistake wouldn't have led to a second one. There'd have been somebody to dig somebody out of an hole for the second mistake. But I keep saying, you know, the first goal of the season sort of has run through our goals conceded. Jack O'Connell just plays the ball outside of him. He hits a diagonal. Ollie Norwood goes chasing. John Lundstrom either fouls or tracks I think it was Pedence at Wolves. We get caught in between, and then there's a great finish. There's 5 mistakes in that goal. So Jack O'Connell, if he goes there, Ollie Norwood doesn't chase. If Ollie Norwood doesn't chase, John Lundstrom deals with it. Do you understand where I'm getting at? And yet again there, if there's one mistake, somebody bails somebody out. And it hasn't been the case, and it hasn't been the case for the majority of goals that we're conceding this season.
How do you try and cut that out?
Don't make the mistake in the first place, and then be alive to the second one. but obviously that's not happening, and always it's not ability. You know, we've shown these players have played at this division, and when, you know, that's us. Maybe 12 months ago or whatever, that's us. All on the ball, all wanting the ball, all being aggressive in their attitude, all stepping into the game, or playing round teams. That's us. Whether it's that shape or our shape, that was us 12 months ago. And I don't know, you know, possibly be disrespectful to Southampton, but maybe that our performance was Southampton's maybe 12 months ago. And they're an example that it can change. But we have to change it, and we're the only ones that can change it. How does it change, I suppose, is the next question coming to me. Being brave, and working your way towards a big moment, a big performance, and then I suppose they'll look back at it and say there was one big moment where all of a sudden something clicked and we started getting ourselves going again, and we have to find that pretty quickly.
You made 4 changes before the game today, Chris. You just want to talk us through your reasons for those?
Keane Bryan out for a month with a calf strain, so I went with the experience of Jags, who didn't let anybody down. Ethan coming back. You've seen how aggressive they are on the press, and the mobility of Southampton. We needed that. We had it at Liverpool, so I went with Flake, Berg and Ethan for the mobility in the at the top of the pitch. I think Ollie McBurney obviously suffered a big bang early on, so he wanted to give it a go at half time and come out, but you could clearly see straight after half time that he was struggling and had to come off. And I went with the experience of the skipper. You know, in these times, maybe you need that little bit of experience and leadership out there on the pitch, because, you know, it does become a lonely place when you're not getting the result, and sometimes you might need that. So I went with that. As always, that's decisions that we have to make as coaching staff and as a manager. But you know, for me, the decision for the first goal, as we've talked through, really, you know, just knocks you. It's a big blow for you, because you know, you're gradually working your way into the game. You know, we knew they were a good side before. We've seen the performances, as we do from the analysis point of view. We know what their strengths are, and we're 0-0. I don't think Aaron really has an incredible amount of work to do. They're bright around the edge of the box and whatever, but the goal is just a ridiculous goal to give away, and we pride ourselves last year on not giving away those opportunities, and we're doing it, and we pride ourselves that one mistake doesn't lead to the other, and it's happening. But I don't think, you know, from point of view selection or tactics will be debated. I understand that, but individual decisions that cost you and put you on the back foot really make it difficult for you and really take out. You know, I'll change it. I changed it at half time. I went 4, and as I said, it gave us more of a foothold in the game against a side, as I said, full of confidence, and allowed us, you know, to put a bit of pressure on them, which I think I did. It did, but then the second goal, whatever way it goes, and I believe if we'd have got a second goal and got ourselves back into the game, I think, you know, we'd have been confident to get something from the game. But as soon as it goes 2, and then we get caught in between, really, you know, it really does become a difficult afternoon, which it ended up being.
Ollie McBurney, shoulder injury.
Yeah,
early prognosis on that.
Well, I think he's going to be struggling for Thursday. The way usually it happens with shoulder injuries, I don't think there's a quick clear up with that. So you know, we'll obviously assess Ollie, but yeah, to make that change obviously is disappointing for him.
The owner's spoken this lunchtime to Andy and come out and basically said, whatever happens this season, Chris, you have his backing. What do you make of that?
Yeah, I appreciate that, but you know, we've got to be We've got beat at Southampton, so I'm you know, it's not about me. It's about the group not getting the results that we want, and you know, whatever anybody says, whether it's support or not, is up to them what they say about it. But as I keep saying, you know, I'm part of what's happening at the moment, and it doesn't give me any pleasure at the moment. It's a really tough time for everybody concerned at this, from the playing side of football and the management and coaching side of football at this particular moment.